Hello. In this post, I want to talk about the phrase that's quite common in IT, in the IT world anyway, where it's from IBM, or not from IBM, but it's around IBM. And the phrase is that nobody ever got fired for buying IBM. And this was a phrase that was common. It's been around since the 70s, really, I think, and was something that was part of decision making for IT managers and directors through the 70s and 80s, because whenever there was large projects that were coming up and large decisions that needed to be made in terms of IT, technology and infrastructure, they tended to go towards decisions that would cover them and protect them if there was a problem that arose post decision. So, for example, even with HP is another example, print solutions in the 80s, most people bought, if you had an A4 printer on your desk in the 80s and 90s, it would have probably been a HP printer, because somebody's not going to risk going somewhere else on a large purchase. If I'm talking about corporations here, where they have to roll out a significant solution, or they're buying a lot of IT infrastructure, they go with IBM, or for the IT infrastructure, and they go with HP for printing. And it's so that they can protect themselves if there's any query around that decision or recourse, then they were protected because they bought the best. So what else would you expect them to do? Now, the reason I'm raising that and discussing it is because as a strategic IT consultant for law firms and barristers' chambers, I am often involved in IT projects that are strategic. Either strategic change is required, transformation is required, development of existing systems is required, or there's a selection of a new case and practice management system, or they're potentially going to change IT supplier, or they need to change from on-premise to cloud. These are all big decisions. And one of the things to consider is bringing in additional expertise and support and independent advice to help you navigate and make the correct decision, pull together the right information so that you can make an informed, correct decision based on a set of findings that have been collated and have been pulled together based on your desired future state. So one of the things that comes with bringing in an independent consultant to help you with these decisions is not only do you significantly improve the chance of success because you've got somebody on board that is experienced in dealing with these type of decisions, specifically for law firms and barristers' chambers. You've got the credibility then of that individual having case studies and testimonials from working with other organisations similar to yours. They're used to dealing with and navigating the supplier element and environment as well, getting the best and making sure that the right information is pulled together. There's no gaps. I'm also somebody that's experienced in project management, and I've got a specific project methodology, 5 phases, that's developed for law firms and barristers' chambers, and how to make them a success every time. So it just made me think, when I think about this phrase, nobody ever got fired for buying IBM, that was true back in the 70s and 80s. But if you're a law firm or a barristers' chambers that has some large decisions to make, and you want to try and make sure that I'm not talking about protecting yourself per se, although there is an element of that. If you have a large decision to make and you don't feel that you have the skills or the capability or the expertise in-house to aid you with it, then I would definitely recommend bringing somebody in to support you. But also, it's more about trying to make the right decision and utilise your time correctly. So the end result is a success. And it's something worth thinking about. If you feel that there's a lot of pressure on that decision, or it is a large strategic decision, you need to make sure that somebody knows how to run the project and they're consulting the right people internally to acquire the right knowledge and build the requirements before they go and look at solutions. And that's something I know how to do very well. So, if you do have a large strategic decision to make, there's something on the horizon, you want to develop case management, select a new system, change your IT infrastructure, any significant project in that area, I'd love to have a conversation with you. My phone number's at the top of my LinkedIn profile, and I'll put my email address in the comments below. Hopefully hear from you soon. Take care.